Hello my fellow R's and welcome to R's Recap with me, P-Block Scudze. This is a new video series I'm going to be doing over the course of this season where I talk about all what's happened with QPR during the week. Now last weekend we kicked off the new season against Nottingham Forest, so I'll be talking about that. I'll be talking about some player news. I'll also be talking about some rumours that have come up this week, and also as we're playing Coventry City tonight, I will be having a quick preview of that game. So, let's jump straight into it. Last weekend, we took on Nottingham Forest at home in the first game of the 2021 season. And to say I was nervous, I would say that's probably the best way to describe it, because Forest are a big club. We can't deny that, and they have got some quality players. And obviously, with Luke Freeman going there on loan, we could have got an absolute bashing. But, however, we won. We won 2-0. It was brilliant. Forest to me were really poor. They didn't really offer a lot. They had a good couple of chances, which Graben missed, which normally he would take them well. I didn't really see what Freeman did much in the game. He seemed to be very quiet for most of it. But we won. So happy days. We started off on a good foot. Lyndon Dykes, new striker, he was brought down in the box by Figueiredo in the 54th minute. And there was a playful rock, stone, scissors, paper, whatever you want to call it, between Osei and Chair about who was going to take the penalty. And then Dykes went up to Chair and said, "Mate, it's my debut. I want to score the goal." So he took the ball off of Chair. And to say he smashed it into the back of the net would be a bit underrated, because he almost took the net off the goal. It was a brilliantly taken penalty. If the keeper had got to it, he would have probably gone into the back of the net with the ball. It was going that quick. So great debut goal for Lyndon Dykes, who I thought played really well. And then to round it off, Chair scored in the 4th minute of added time when Don Ball's shot was parried. Chair was there just to tap it home. Brilliant, 2-0, happy days. It actually sent us to the top of the league, which we can't get too mad about, but it was only down to alphabetical, because Reading won 2-0 and Sheffield Wednesday won 2-0 as well. But because Q comes before R, B comes before S, bang, we're top of the table. So happy days. Let's take that and run with it. I think the team lineup was a little bit different. We had Carroll start, and I didn't expect him to start, but actually he had a really good first half, I will say. Second half he went a little bit missing, but first half he was playing some brilliant balls. Dickey was playing really good in defence. Wallace had a really good game at right back. No sign of Manning. We're still not sure what's happening with him in that situation. Overall, I thought the team played really well. I thought we got the tactics right. As I say, we did get away with a few of their missed chances, and there was a couple of times we should have really put the ball in the back of the net more. But overall, happy with the performance, and we're top of the league. Let's go celebrate. Okay, so with that now done, let's talk about some player news this week. We have had 2 players sign new contracts, and I'm very pleased to say that Don Ball has signed a 2-year contract to keep him with the club until 2022. And the other player who I'm really, really happy has signed a long-term contract is Osman KK. He has signed a 4-year contract. Now, for me at the moment, he is got to be my most favourite youngster that has come up into the first team. I think he well and truly deserves that right back position. I think he's become a natural. He's strong, he's quick. He made a really good block against Amiobi when he came on, and if Amiobi had got that, I think he would have scored from that. But he just excites me. He really does excite me, and I think he's going to be one of the best prospects coming through at the moment. I know, don't get me wrong, we've had Eze, we've got Osei, who's another youngster. We've had Chair come through. Batashi potentially looks like he could be a really good player. But for me at the moment, it's all about Kakai. And I am absolutely made up that he's staying with the club long term at the moment. I do think though, at some point, if he carries on the way he's playing, another club will come in for him, and if we get good money, then he could be another one that we will eventually lose. But at the moment, we've got him long term, so happy days. Also, I briefly mentioned about Manning earlier on, and with him not starting against Forest, there's still no news on whether he or Osayi Samuel will sign new contracts. There is rumours that Osayi is going to be signing a pre-contract with another club in January, which is really sad because, it'd be good, it'd be good for both parties if he was to sign a contract and then we sell him for a little bit less than what we maybe value him at, so that he can move on if that's what he wants. Because players like him, they're not going to want to stay at QPR forever. We have to be realistic about that. With Manning, I would really, really hope Manning stays. I know the fans are very 50-50 on him. Some like him, some don't. I personally am a big fan of his. I like the work he does down the wing, and defensively, I don't think he's that bad. But some people see it otherwise, which is fair enough. We're all entitled to our opinions. But yeah, the fact he didn't feature, and Warburton had said about not featuring any players that weren't, like, their heads weren't at the club or in the game, that does worry me that his head's not there. He put an Instagram picture up in the week. He'd gone go-kart racing or something, which again makes me feel like he's maybe not training at the moment, or yeah, who knows? It's one of those. It's so up in the air at the moment. But I do hope that he signs a contract and does stay, because if not, we've only got Wallace in that position as a first teamer, and he cannot play every game. He's at an age now where, a bit like we had with Rangel, can play on the Saturdays but maybe not on the Tuesdays. So that's something we need to look into. But talking about positions to be filled, let's now talk about a couple of rumours that have surfaced this week and have got a bit more stronger in terms of media coverage, shall we say. So the first player that we have been linked with, as well as other clubs, is Jordan Jones of Rangers. Now, Jones is a midfielder. He went to Rangers last summer from Kilmarnock, but now Gerrard has said he's surplus to requirements. Now, there is us, Preston and Middlesbrough are all very much interested in signing Jones. He didn't feature for Rangers in their Europa Cup qualifying game. However, he did fly out with the squad, so he is still with the squad, so he's not completely out. But hopefully, if we get Jones in, that will help cover if Osayi Samuel leaves, or just goes in January, what have you. And then the other one that we've been linked with, which is really blown up this morning, is we have supposedly put in a second bid for Macaulay Bonne of Charlton, and this guy is a striker. Funny enough, this morning I've had a friend of mine who's a Charlton fan already messaging me and said, please, we need to keep him. We've hardly got enough players as it is, but obviously Charlton are going through a real tough time behind the scenes with the owners and stuff like that. I asked him, I said, is he any good? And he said, we got 11 goals for us last season, but you miss 11 at the same time. So I jokingly said, well, that's good because we need to fill the position of Jordan Hugill. But yeah, so supposedly we have put in a second bid for him. At the end of the day, if it means having another striker, because we are, obviously lacking in that department, then so be it. I think Dykes is going to play that lone striker role all season, with Chair just playing off of him, or even Paul Smith, if he comes into the side, he can play off of him as well. But, if we've got a backup striker because, Dykes gets injured, or maybe Warburton wants to change it up and have two strikers on the pitch, if we're going to get Bonne in and he's going to be that man to partner Dykes, then so be it. I don't know a great deal about him. I probably will have a little look later on today. But yes, so those are the rumours for this week. And last but not least, as I said earlier on, we are taking on Coventry City away tonight, which is live on Sky Sports. I've noticed that the QPR stream has said that they cannot stream it tonight because of EFL rules. It's funny because they said they would stream midweek away games. Technically, this is a midweek away game. But I think what's happened is the EFL said, well, actually, it's classed as a weekend game. It's only been moved to the Friday night because of Sky, because we know how Sky love to mess up the season. But yeah, so anyway, Coventry lost to Bristol City last weekend 2-1, and then they lost against Gillingham on penalties in the Carabao Cup. It finished 1-1, and then it went straight to penalties, and they lost 5-4. But by no means do you look at those two losses and say, well, this is a walk in the park tonight, because Coventry are quite a battling team, and I think they really will give us a massive contest. I think it's going to be a real battling game. I think both teams are going to be like going for it. Obviously, Coventry want to get off the mark. They want to get their first 3 points of the season. Obviously, we want to carry on our good form after one game. I know. How can that be classed as good form? But hey ho. But yeah, we want to be getting another 3 points and staying up there at the top, because we all know, get the points in early doors and it stops the rot at the end of this. Well, it stops us getting closer to the relegation zone come the end of the season. Yeah, I mean, I don't do predictions, as most of you know, so I'm not going to be saying what the score is. I do think this is a very much winnable game. As long as we start off well enough, then I think we'll dominate most of the game. That's not to say that we won't leak goals, because hey, we're QPR and we love to leak a goal left, right and centre, especially in away games as well. But yeah, I mean, I think it will be pretty much the same team as last week. Maybe one or two coming in, going out. If Manning comes in, then great. If not, I'm sure Wallace will start at left back, and I could see Carroll starting, maybe dropping to the bench. Don't really know at the moment. It's with him, I'm not sure. I think I need to see him again in another game, because, as I say, like the first half against Forest, I thought he played really well, but the second half he went missing. So I don't know if Warburton will look at that and maybe change it up, or if he'll stick with the same team and we'll go out again and do what we did last weekend. So there you have it, guys. That was the Ars recap. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button. And if you're watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button. Go and check out my old videos. I haven't been doing a lot recently. Had a lot on with work-wise, unfortunately. But I'm going to try and make this now a weekly thing where I talk about what's happened in the week. And yeah, just give a quick insight as to, my thoughts and feelings, and obviously just give you guys a bit of news if you haven't heard it already. But other than that, as always, come on you Ars.